The world of R&B is filled with passion, but that passion can lead to serious heartbreak. We're counting down 20 stars whose relationships were rocked by cheating scandals.
I don't know.
You'll be shocked to learn which singer's wife's betrayal inspired an entire legendary album, turning his pain into millions of dollars. 1. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Let's start with the one that changed the internet forever. Will Smith, the Fresh Prince, a movie star and a hitmaker, and his wife Jada had been Hollywood's golden couple for more than 20 years. Many people looked up to them as the definition of a strong couple. But then, rumors started to swirl around a young singer named August Alsina. He claimed he had been in a deep, loving relationship with Jada, and that Will had even given his permission. This was a bombshell. At first, the couple's team denied it, but the story wouldn't go away. So, Jada did something no one expected. She brought herself and Will to her own talk show, the Red Table Talk, to clear the air. In front of millions of people, she admitted it was true. She confessed that during a time when she and Will were separated, she got into an entanglement with the young singer. The word entanglement instantly became a worldwide joke, a meme that spread like wildfire. To put it mildly, it was one of the most shocking and open confessions in celebrity history, a true wow factor moment that left fans wondering if they ever knew the couple at all. An entanglement is one thing, but that confession, as wild as it was, might not compare to our next story. What about a husband who was so hurt by his wife's betrayal that he wrote an entire legendary album about it, just so he could pay for their divorce? 2. Marvin Gaye and Anna Gordy. We have to go back in time for this one, but it's a story that is still legendary in the music business. Marvin Gaye was the voice of Motown, a smooth, soulful singer with hits like What's Going On and Let's Get It On. He was married to Anna Gordy, who was 17 years older than him, and more importantly, the sister of the Motown founder, Berry Gordy. Their relationship was passionate, but also full of fireworks. By the mid-1970s, their marriage was over, and it was time to settle the divorce. Marvin owed a lot of money, specifically $600,000 for spousal support. But here's the kicker. Marvin's lawyer had a wild idea. Instead of paying her in cash, which he didn't have, he offered to give Anna the royalties from his next album. She agreed. What many overlooked was what Marvin would do next. He went into the studio and poured all his pain, anger, and bitterness into a double album. He called it Here My Dear. The entire album is a play-by-play of their broken marriage, with songs that openly talked about her alleged betrayals and his sadness. He gave her the album, she got the money, and he got his revenge. Marvin's public payback was a work of art, but our next star had to deal with his wife publicly, accusing him of having a secret child with another woman and carrying on that secret for 8 whole years. 3. Ne-Yo and Crystal Renee. Ne-Yo is known for writing perfect R&B hits, both for himself and for other superstars like Beyoncé. He and his wife, Crystal Renee, had a picture-perfect family with 3 beautiful children. They even renewed their wedding vows in a lavish ceremony in 2022, telling the world they were stronger than ever. But just a few months later, the entire thing blew up. Crystal went on social media and posted a message that rocked the R&B world. She wrote, 8 years of lies and deception. She accused Ne-Yo of being unfaithful for their entire relationship. She claimed he had a child with another woman while they were married. To put it mildly, the post was explosive. She said she was done, that she was choosing herself, and that she would not stay in a marriage with a man who was, in her words, sharing his body with other women. The divorce was filed almost immediately. It was a shocking and sudden end, proving that even a vow renewal can't fix a foundation built on secrets. A secret child is one thing, but what happens when the other woman is one of the most famous, most respected, and most powerful pop stars on the entire planet? 4. Swizz Beatz and Mashonda. Before Swizz Beatz was one half of a music power couple with Alicia Keys, he was married to another woman, R&B singer Mashonda. They had a son together and had been a part of the music scene for years. But in 2008, rumors started flying that Swizz had gotten close to Alicia Keys, very close. The whispers grew louder and louder until Mashonda finally had enough. She did something that was unheard of at the time. She wrote a public open letter to Alicia Keys and posted it online. In the letter, Mashonda claimed that Alicia was the reason her marriage was ending. She laid out a timeline accusing Alicia of pursuing Swizz while he was still a married man. It was, to put it mildly, incredibly messy. Swizz and Alicia denied that their relationship started as an affair. They said his marriage was already over, but the public wasn't so sure. Mashonda's letter was powerful and painted a picture of a woman betrayed. Today, Swizz and Alicia are married with children, and all three of them have since made peace. But that initial drama was one of the biggest love triangles in R&B history. Swizz Beatz's situation was messy, but it was nothing compared to our next star, who was caught in a love triangle so dramatic it became the #1 show on reality TV. 5. Stevie J and Mimi Faust and Jocelyn Hernandez. For this one, we have to enter the world of love and hip-hop, Atlanta. The show became an instant hit, and the reason was the central, unbelievable love triangle between producer Stevie J, his longtime girlfriend, Mimi Faust, and his new artist, a fiery singer named Jocelyn Hernandez. When the show started, Mimi believed she and Stevie were building a life. They had a daughter together, and she was his ride-or-die partner. But here's the kicker. What Mimi didn't know, and what the world found out on TV, was that Stevie wasn't just working with Jocelyn. He was in a full-blown romantic relationship with her too. He was living a double life. The most shocking moment came when Stevie moved Jocelyn into the same house he shared with Mimi. The confrontation, the arguments, and the sheer audacity of it all were unlike anything fans had ever seen. Stevie J wasn't just unfaithful. He had created a chaotic three-ring circus that became a pop culture phenomenon. This wasn't just a betrayal. It was a storyline that blurred the lines between real life and entertainment. Stevie J played a messy game, but at least he was open about it. Our next star's betrayal was so secret, his wife didn't find out until a gossip blog posted pictures of him on vacation with his assistant. 6. The Dream and Christina Milian. In 2009, R&B singer Christina Milian and super producer The Dream, the man behind hits like Single Ladies, seemed like a match made in music heaven. They got engaged, had a quickie wedding in Las Vegas, and announced they were expecting a baby. It was a whirlwind romance that looked like a fairy tale. But just 9 days before Christina was due to give birth to their daughter, the fairy tale turned into a nightmare. Gossip blogs published photos of The Dream on a beach in the Caribbean, getting very, very cozy with his assistant. And we mean very cozy. The pictures were undeniable. He wasn't just with her, they were clearly a couple. The Dream had been lying to his pregnant wife for months, carrying on a whole other relationship behind her back. Christina was humiliated. The divorce was filed almost immediately. What many overlooked was that The Dream tried to deny it at first, but the photos were just too clear. It was a cold and calculated betrayal of a woman at her most vulnerable. But The Dream's wandering eye wasn't a one-time thing. Believe it or not, he did the exact same thing to his first R&B star wife, a woman he was with right before he met Christina. 7. The Dream and Nivea. Before there was Christina Milian, The Dream was married to another R&B singer, Nivea. Nivea had hits of her own, like "Don't Mess With My Man." She and the Dream, whose real name is Terrius Nash, got married in 2004 and had 3 children together, including a set of twins. From the outside, they looked like a happy, growing family in the R&B world. But the thing nobody tells you is that a pattern of behavior often starts early. Nivea later revealed in interviews that her marriage to the Dream fell apart because he was unfaithful. But here is the most shocking part. She said he left her while she was pregnant with their twin sons. She filed for separation in 2007. Just a short time later, he was publicly with Christina Milian. Nivea was left to raise their children while he moved on and started a new family, only to, as we just saw, repeat the very same pattern of betrayal with his new wife. It was a wow factor moment for fans, realizing this wasn't an accident. It was who he was. A pattern of betrayal is heartbreaking, but what about a pattern that repeats over and over with the same person, creating a bizarre public cycle of apologies and more betrayals? 8. Offset and Cardi B. This relationship has been a total roller coaster from day one. Cardi B, the biggest female rapper on the planet, and Offset from the superstar group Migos, are a hip-hop power couple, but their entire relationship has been plagued by Offset's wandering eye. The first major scandal broke just a few months after they secretly got married, and right before their daughter, Culture, was born. Videos and messages leaked showing Offset with other women. Cardi was heartbroken and publicly left him. This led to Offset's infamous Take Me Back Cardi tour. He stormed the stage during her headlining festival performance with a wall of flowers, begging for her forgiveness in front of the world. She eventually took him back, but the rumors didn't stop. A few years later, she filed for divorce, claiming he had been unfaithful again. Then, they got back together again. It's a never-ending cycle of public drama, with Offset's betrayals becoming a running joke and Cardi's decisions leaving fans confused. Offset's public apologies became a running joke. But our next star's downfall was no laughing matter. He lost his wife, his credibility, and his entire career after one of the most embarrassing public scandals in R&B history. 9. Robin Thicke and Paula Patton. For years, Robin Thicke and actress Paula Patton were the it couple. They were high school sweethearts who had been together for over 20 years. He wrote countless songs about her, and they seemed like the perfect, passionate pair. Then 2010 happened. Robin Thicke released the song Blurred Lines, which became the biggest song in the world. But with that fame came a whole new level of trouble. First, there was his infamous raunchy performance at the VMAs with Miley Cyrus, which made a lot of people cringe. Then a picture went viral. It showed Robin posing with a fan, but in the mirror behind them, you could clearly see his hand in a very inappropriate place. That was just the beginning. More rumors and photos came out. Paula Patton had enough and left him. What did Robin do? He went on a desperate public campaign to win her back. He even named his next album Paula. It was a complete flop, and to put it mildly, the public saw it as a sad, desperate move. He lost his wife and his musical momentum all at once. Robin Thicke's public fall was fast, but our next star's drama involved accusations of infidelity with, of all people, a heavyweight boxing champion, leading to a public feud. 10. T.I. and Tamika. Tiny Harris, T.I. and Tiny are another couple who have lived their entire relationship in the public eye thanks to their reality show. They have a huge blended family and have been together for decades. But their marriage has been hit with countless rumors of T.I.'s infidelity. He's been linked to other women and has had to publicly apologize more than once. The thing nobody tells you, though, is that the accusations eventually started to fly both ways. A few years ago, rumors exploded that Tiny was getting a little too friendly with T.I.'s rival, the boxing champion Floyd Mayweather. A picture surfaced of Tiny and the boxer, and T.I. was not happy. This led to a very public and very real confrontation. T.I. and Floyd Mayweather allegedly got into a physical fight at a Burger King, Las Vegas, all because of the disrespect T.I. felt over the situation with his wife. The marriage survived, but it was a messy, dangerous situation where rumors of betrayal almost led to a serious brawl. A feud with a boxer is dangerous, but our next star found out about his wife's betrayal from a rumor that was so big it became a key part of the biggest, darkest story in hip-hop history. 11. Faith Evans and the Notorious B.I.G. Faith Evans was the first lady of Bad Boy Records, a soulful R&B singer with a voice like an angel. She fell in love with and quickly married the biggest rapper on her label, the Notorious B.I.G. They were the king and queen of New York hip-hop. But their marriage was rocky from the start, mostly because of Biggie's own wandering eye. He was famously involved with other artists, including Lil' Kim. But the most explosive story of betrayal came from the other side of the country. Biggie was in a huge, bitter feud with West Coast rapper Tupac Shakur. Tupac then did the unthinkable. He released a song called Hit 'Em Up, which is still known as one of the most brutal diss tracks in history. In the song, Tupac directly claimed that he had been romantically involved with Faith, Biggie's wife, as revenge. Faith has denied this for decades. She says she only met Tupac in a professional setting. But the rumor was so powerful, it added fuel to a fire that was already out of control. We'll never know the full truth, but that one allegation became a wow factor moment in music history. That kind of he said, she said drama is one thing, but what happens when the betrayal is proven without a shadow of a doubt, with a baby? 12. Chris Brown and Karrueche. Tran. Chris Brown's love life has always been a public spectacle, especially his on-again, off-again relationship with Karrueche Tran. For years, they were in a constant cycle of breaking up and making up. She stuck by him through a lot of his public troubles and drama. She was his most loyal supporter. And then she was hit with the ultimate betrayal, and she found out about it the same way the rest of us did, on the internet. In 2015, the gossip site TMZ broke the shocking news that Chris Brown was a father. He had a 9-month-old daughter named Royalty. The mother was not Karrueche. It was a model he had been secretly involved with. Karrueche was blindsided. She had no idea. She immediately went on social media and announced that she was done for good. She wrote, "Listen, one can only take so much. Best of luck to Chris and his family. No baby drama for me." It was a cold, hard, and final end to a relationship delivered by the most shocking secret a partner can keep. A secret baby is the ultimate betrayal, but our next star's husband didn't just have a baby on the side. He had a whole secret family that he hid from his superstar wife for over a decade. 13. Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter. Wendy Williams is not an R&B singer, but as the queen of hip-hop and R&B gossip, her own story became the biggest scandal of all. For decades, Wendy and her husband Kevin Hunter were a team. He was her manager, her business partner, and her protector. She talked about him on her show all the time. But for years, rumors haunted them. Whispers of a long-term other woman named Sharina Hudson followed Kevin everywhere. Wendy and Kevin denied it all, but in 2019, the truth came out in a way that was impossible to hide. News broke that Sharina had given birth to a baby girl, and Kevin Hunter was the father. He had been living a complete double life for more than 10 years, with a mistress he had set up in a house just a few miles away from the home he shared with Wendy. To put it mildly, the betrayal was complete. Wendy filed for divorce, her show fell apart, and her whole world unraveled. It was a betrayal so deep it destroyed an entire empire. A decade-long secret is wild, but what about a betrayal that costs you millions? Our next R&B legend had to pay her ex-husband support, even after she found out he spent her own money on his new girlfriend. 14. Mary J. Blige and Kendu Isaacs. Mary J. Blige is the undisputed queen of hip-hop soul. Her music is all about pain, survival, and strength. She poured her own life into her songs, and fans loved her for it. For 12 years, she was married to her manager, Kendu Isaacs. He was the man she credited with helping her find happiness and stability. Then, in 2016, she filed for divorce, and the details that came out were horrifying. Mary accused Kendu of being unfaithful, but the betrayal was so much worse than that. She claimed in court documents that he had spent more than $420,000 of her hard-earned money on his new girlfriend. He was taking Mary's money from her tours and albums and using it to fund a lavish lifestyle with his side piece. The worst part? When they went to court, the judge initially ordered Mary to pay him temporary spousal support to the tune of $30,000 a month. It was a financial and emotional nightmare, adding insult to injury. Mary J. Blige's financial nightmare is a warning. But our next story is just as sad. A long-time marriage that fell apart amid rumors that the R&B star's wife just found someone else. 15. Genuine and Soul. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Genuine was one of the biggest stars in R&B. With hits like Pony, he was a true superstar. In 2003, he married the rapper Soul. They were a beautiful couple, had 2 daughters together, and seemed to have one of the most stable relationships in the music industry. They were married for 12 years, a lifetime in show business. Then, in 2015, it all quietly ended. They divorced, and fans were left scratching their heads. What went wrong? There was no big, public scandal, but the rumors that bubbled under the surface were heartbreaking. The Whisper Network claimed that Genuine was the one who was left heartbroken. The story was that Soul had become involved with someone else, a man she is still with today. Genuine has hinted at the pain in interviews, talking about how hard the divorce was on him. It was a quiet and sad end to what seemed like a perfect R&B love story. A quiet end is one thing, but our next couple's split was anything but. Their drama became so messy and public, it ended in destroyed property and accusations flying from both sides. 16. Safari Samuels and Erica Mena. Another love and hip-hop couple that brought the drama from the screen into real life. Safari Samuels, known for his music and for his long relationship with Nicki Minaj, married model and TV personality Erica Mena. Their wedding was a huge TV event, and they quickly had 2 children. But the honeymoon phase ended almost immediately. Their marriage exploded in a constant stream of public social media posts. Safari would post that he was a bachelor and regretted getting married. Erica would then fire back, accusing him of being a serial cheater who was never home. It got so bad that, according to Erica, she destroyed his expensive sneakers and motorcycles. He accused her of being crazy. She accused him of abandoning her while she was pregnant. It was, to put it mildly, one of the messiest, most toxic public breakups imaginable, with both people claiming the other was the one who betrayed the marriage. Destroying property is messy. But our next star's marriage drama was so bad, it led to a second divorce from the same person. 17. Ray J and Princess Love. If there is one R&B adjacent couple that defines toxic, it's Ray J and Princess Love. Their relationship, documented for years on Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood, is a dizzying cycle of chaos. They fight, they make up, they have a baby, they fight again, they have another baby. The core of their problem, according to both of them, is loyalty. They are constantly accusing each other of being unfaithful. Their most famous fight happened in Las Vegas. Princess Love, who was 8 months pregnant, accused Ray J of abandoning her and their daughter in the city to go party with other women. He denied it. But this led to the first divorce filing. Then they got back together. Then he filed for divorce. Then they got back together again. Then she filed for divorce again. What many overlooked is that this isn't just TV drama. It's a real chaotic relationship where trust has been completely shattered, seemingly for good. That kind of back and forth is dizzying. But what about a scandal that was so bad the R&B star's own mother got involved and publicly disowned the marriage? 18. Usher and Tamika Foster. Long before the Jada Pinkett Smith entanglement, the R&B world had another scandal that shocked everyone. Usher, the biggest R&B star on the planet, shocked the world when he started dating his stylist, Tamika Foster. She was several years older than him and had children from a previous relationship. The thing nobody tells you is that Usher's own mother, Jonetta Patton, who was also his manager, was completely against the relationship. She did not trust Tamika. Rumors swirled that Tamika was an opportunist and had not been honest about her past. Usher, in love, fired his mom as his manager and went ahead with the wedding. But here's the kicker. His mother did not attend. Almost none of his family or team did. The marriage was troubled from the start. There were rumors that Tamika was still too close to her ex-husband. Just 2 years later, it all ended in one of the most bitter and heartbreaking public custody battles in history. It turns out, Mother really did know best. Usher's family drama was intense, but our next star's wife didn't just step out. She wrote a whole book about it. 19. Nas and Kelis. They were the ultimate hip-hop and R&B power couple. Nas, the poetic rap legend, and Kelis, the unique, futuristic R&B singer. When they got married, it seemed like a perfect match. They were cool, talented, and deeply in love. But after 5 years of marriage, it all came crashing down. Kelis filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. She was 7 months pregnant with their son at the time. For years, the real reasons were kept quiet. But then Kelis finally spoke out. In a series of powerful interviews, she claimed their marriage was a nightmare. She accused Nas of being unfaithful for years, claiming she found out about his wandering eye, and it was the last straw. The betrayal was so deep that it led to a long and painful custody and child support battle that got very, very ugly in the public eye. The "I hate you so much right now" singer had a very real reason for her anger. A public battle is tough. But our final star's marriage was rocked by a betrayal so shocking, it involved his own bandmate. 20. Omarion and April Jones. Omarion, the lead singer of the R&B group B2K, and his girlfriend, April Jones, were the normal couple on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. They were together for years, had 2 beautiful children, and seemed to be above all the drama. Then, in 2016, they suddenly broke up, and no one really knew why. They both handled it with class, or so it seemed. Then the wow factor twist came. A couple of years later, April Jones started publicly dating Lil Fizz, Omarion's own bandmate from B2K. To put it mildly, the R&B world was stunned. This was a total violation of the bro code. Jeez. Fizz and Omarion had grown up together. They were like brothers. And now, Fizz was with the mother of his brother's children. What many overlooked was Omarion's response. He didn't say a word. He just stayed quiet, took the high road, and let the other 2 look foolish. He got the last laugh when he kicked Fizz out of the B2K reunion tour, proving that success is, and always will be, the best revenge. Beyoncé, Giselle Knowles, and Sean Corey Carter. Jay-Z and Beyoncé started dating in the early 2000s, but they kept their relationship private for a while. As one of the most well-known couples in music, they frequently worked together on songs like 03 Bonnie and Clyde. In 2008, Beyoncé and Jay-Z got married in secret without making the public aware of it. Close friends and relatives attended their private wedding. Their first child, Blue Ivy, was born in 2012, and in 2017 they welcomed twins, Sir and Rumi. For years, Beyoncé and Jay-Z have been a prominent power couple, but there have also been rumors of infidelity surrounding their relationship. Following several public disclosures and incidents, the rumors and drama surrounding their relationship increased. Many people believed that Beyoncé's album Lemonade was a reaction to Jay-Z's adultery. With references to a woman dubbed Becky with the good hair, the album's lyrics and images seemed to hint to Jay-Z's infidelity, which stoked rumors about who his purported mistress was. Songs like Hold Up and Sorry seem to deal with themes of heartbreak, betrayal, and retaliation. Because of the album's intense emotional content, many people thought Beyoncé was disclosing intimate facts about her marriage. Jay-Z's album 444, which was released shortly after Lemonade, clearly addressed his infidelity. In songs like Family Feud and 444, Jay-Z acknowledged his infidelity and apologized for it. He freely admitted that he had harmed Beyoncé, but he was also making an effort to mend their relationship. In interviews, Jay-Z acknowledged cheating and said that although his marriage had faced significant difficulties, they were now in a better place. In 2018, Beyoncé and Jay-Z even embarked on a joint tour called the On the Run 2, which appeared to be an indication that they had made up and were on the move. In 2018, the couple published an album called Everything Is Love, which included songs that expressed feelings of reconciliation and healing. The positive tone and teamwork of the record gave the impression that they had overcome their marital problems. Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. Midway through the 1980s, Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown first crossed paths. While Bobby was the lead singer of the popular R&B group New Edition, Whitney was already a rising celebrity at the time, having published her debut album in 1985. They hit it off right away. And even though their public personas couldn't be more different, Bobby being known for his rebellious attitude, Whitney for her pure, wholesome image, they ended up dating. In 1992, both of them got married, and in 1993, they welcomed a daughter, Bobby Christina Brown. In the media's extensive coverage of their wedding, Whitney was frequently portrayed as the more refined and polished person, whereas Bobby was recognized for his exuberant performances and bad boy persona. Their mutual battles with powder and alcohol abuse were among the biggest obstacles in their marriage. Whitney and Bobby had both openly talked about their struggles with addiction, which contributed significantly to the problems in their marriage. Bobby also had problems with powder and alcohol, while Whitney was reported to have battled crack cocaine and prescription medications. Infidelity was the subject of many allegations and rumors on both sides of the marriage. Whitney Houston was accused of being disloyal at different times during their marriage, while Bobby Brown was known to have a history of infidelity. Whitney and Bobby hardly ever addressed these claims directly, but they were a part of the media circus that surrounded their relationship. Their actions in public occasionally pointed to their marital difficulties. Rumors concerning Bobby's extramarital affairs were common in the 1990s, and Whitney's battles with addiction prompted people to speculate about her infidelity as well. Both of them, however, kept their private lives somewhat private, despite the fact that their substance problems, legal struggles, and public altercations further fueled rumors. Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown have separated after 14 years of marriage. In 2008, the divorce was finalized. By this time, their marriage had already been marred by a number of public events, such as Whitney's substance abuse, Bobby's legal issues, and their shared struggles with the demands of celebrity. Both celebrities went on with their personal and professional lives after the divorce, which signaled the end of a chapter in their lives. Usher and Chili Rosanda Thomas. When Usher and Chili first met in the late 1990s, their relationship gained popularity very fast. With his 1997 album, My Way, Usher was starting to make a name for himself as a solo artist, and Chili was a member of the wildly popular R&B group TLC. When they began dating, both of them were at the height of their careers. The pair became one of the most talked about couples in the entertainment world when they went public with their relationship in the early 2000s. They frequently appeared together in public, at award presentations, and in music videos because of their undeniable chemistry. Many of their admirers were startled when the pair split up in 2003. Although Usher and Chili never made their reasons for splitting public, Usher's alleged infidelity soon became a hot topic. In interviews, Chili has admitted that their split was challenging and that she had hoped their romance would succeed, but in the end, their disagreements caused it to fail. Usher's 2004 album, Confessions, which was one of the most important albums in his career, was released soon after his split from Chili. Several of the album's tracks, especially Confessions, the title track, sparked speculation among many fans and critics that they were about his relationship with Chili. Throughout the song, Usher fights with the idea of being honest with a spouse and admits to adultery. This made many believe that a key source of inspiration for the record was Usher's suspected infidelity during his relationship with Chili. Chili has talked about her relationship with Usher in a number of interviews, saying that their split was difficult, yet essential. She has also discussed the things she learned from the relationship, specifically the significance of having a partner that respects and values you and your sense of self-worth. Although Chili has been candid about her heartbreak over their breakup, she has made it clear that she wanted someone who was genuinely loyal to her in the end. Mary J. Blige and Kendu Isaacs. During the early 2000s, Mary J. Blige got acquainted with Kendu Isaacs. She had Kendu as her manager at the time. Their professional relationship soon evolved into a love one. As Mary was leaving a tumultuous relationship, Kendu provided her with solace and security. In 2003, Kendu Isaacs and Mary J. Blige were married. Mary often talked about how Kendu had given her life balance and contentment, suggesting that their union was a happy one. In addition to being Mary's husband, Kendu served as her manager during their marriage, and the two seemed to have a very strong, cohesive working relationship. The couple's relationship was regarded as one of the most well-known in the music industry, and they frequently appeared in public. Mary frequently talked about how Kendu helped her stay grounded, particularly following her battles with addiction and other personal problems in the 1990s. Their relationship was praised by many admirers who saw it as a powerful illustration of love and cooperation. Their marriage started to face difficulties over time. Accusations of infidelity were a major factor in their split. Their relationship soured after it was revealed that Kendu Isaacs had cheated on Mary. Kendu's reported relationships were among the irreconcilable issues Mary cited in her 2016 divorce filing. Mary found the split especially painful because she had openly expressed her love and dedication for Kendu. She talked about how hard it was to trust someone with whom she had been so intimate on a personal and professional level in interviews. Following their divorce, Mary published a number of heartfelt songs, particularly Strength of a Woman, which described the hurt and betrayal she experienced. Chris Brown and Karrueche Tran. Karrueche Tran and Chris Brown met in 2011 through acquaintances they had in common. Chris soon became acquainted with Karrueche, who at the time was a model and aspiring actress, and their relationship developed out of the spotlight in the beginning. Chris and Karrueche gained recognition in the R&B and entertainment industries as soon as they started dating. At the time, Chris was a worldwide celebrity who was still getting over the highly publicized aftermath from his 2009 attack on Rihanna. In contrast, Karrueche was becoming more well-known as a model and actress, and as a result of her relationship with Chris. The fact that Chris continued to be in contact with Rihanna was one of the most distinctive aspects of his relationship with Karrueche. Rumors that Chris was still seeing Rihanna persisted even after he started dating Karrueche. Chris and Karrueche relationship was under constant strain as a result of the media's constant speculations about Chris's affections for Rihanna, particularly when the two were seen together in public. Chris was publicly accused of cheating on Karrueche with multiple women in 2013, which heightened the infidelity allegations about the couple. His relationships with other women were widely publicized by the media, particularly while he and Karrueche were allegedly not legally together, but were yet emotionally bonded. In 2015, Karrueche and Chris formally ended their highly publicized romance after several years, following a period of turmoil that included his adultery and his intermittent involvement with Rihanna. In interviews and social media posts, Karrueche discussed their breakup, saying that she had attempted to work things out despite all the obstacles, but had to leave because of Chris's actions and infidelity. Music, fame, and wealth are all important, but perhaps the most dramatic stories are the ones that happen behind the scenes. Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz. Swizz Beatz and Alicia Keys first crossed paths in the early 2000s. Swizz Beatz, whose real name is Kasim Dean, was a well-known music artist and producer who worked with musicians such as DMX, Jay-Z, and Beyoncé. The same was true for Alicia Keys, who became a sensation after releasing Songs in a Minor, her debut album, in 2001. The musician and songwriter Mashonda Tifrere was Swizz's wife during the time of his love involvement with Alicia. It was evident that their love was coming to an end, and their marriage was already having problems. In 2008, as Swizz's divorce with Mashonda was being finalized, Alicia and Swizz's romance came to light. Due to the timeline of their romance, there was a lot of suspicion that Alicia had dated Swizz when he was still married. Mashonda publicly accused Alicia and Swizz of cheating, and there were rumors in the press that Alicia was the cause of their marriage's dissolution. Mashonda was extremely outspoken about how she felt betrayed, especially since she and Alicia had been friends before the affair. She even criticized Alicia for not being open about their relationship, expressing her hurt and fury in interviews and on social media. Both Swizz and Alicia responded by arguing that they didn't start dating until after his marriage dissolved. Christopher Bridges and Tamika Foster. According to reports, Ludacris and Tamika Foster first crossed paths in the early 2000s. Tamika Foster worked as a stylist and fashion consultant at the time, while Ludacris was already a well-known rapper and actor with a blossoming career. Mutual friends introduced them, and their bond eventually blossomed into a romantic relationship. In the beginning, the pair kept their relationship very discreet, but by 2008, they were spotted together. Although Ludacris had previously been connected to other women, Tamika turned out to be the one who would significantly alter his life. Tamika was still married when Ludacris and her started dating, which added another level of controversy to their relationship. Tamika's romance with Ludacris coincided with the dissolution of her marriage to television executive Ryan Glover. Public attention increased when some publications speculated that Ludacris might have contributed to the breakup of her marriage. The timing of Ludacris and Tamika's romance drew criticism from the general population. Tamika, a lady who was also involved in another marriage at the time, also came under fire from fans and critics who thought Ludacris had cheated on his previous relationships. In spite of this, Tamika and Ludacris appeared to dismiss the criticism, and carry on with their relationship. Fantasia Barrino and Antoine Cook. In 2009, American Idol winner and R&B singer Fantasia Barrino met married man Antoine Cook. Originally from North Carolina, Antoine was then employed in sales. Fantasia was performing in North Carolina when the two first met, and their romance soon blossomed. The fact that Antoine Cook was married to Paula Cook at the time of his affair with Fantasia was what caused their relationship to be so heated. It was said that Antoine and Paula's marriage was already in trouble before he began dating Fantasia, and they had 2 children together. However, because it appeared to be directly related to the breakup of his marriage, the timing of their affair sparked a backlash from the public. The relationship between Fantasia and Antoine Cook was made public in 2010 when Antoine's wife, Paula Cook, filed a lawsuit against her. Paula said that her marriage had collapsed because Fantasia was the homewrecker involved. Many people criticized Fantasia for her relationship with a married guy, which caused a media frenzy. The public strongly condemned Fantasia since many thought she had deliberately courted a married man. In defense of herself, Fantasia stated that when they first met, she was not aware that Antoine was still married. She has, however, made conflicting remarks about the affair throughout the years, ultimately acknowledging that she did not make the best choices in her personal life at the time. Additionally, Fantasia talked about how hard it was for her to cope with the public humiliation and media criticism. Brandy Norwood and Wanya Morris. The 2 celebrities allegedly met at a music industry event and started dating in 1998. Both celebrities kept their personal lives low-key during their early years together, and their relationship was extremely discreet. The media, however, was immediately intrigued by their relationship because they were both young and gifted artists, particularly after they were seen together in public. Due to their immense fame at the time, Brandy and Wanya's relationship was frequently the focus of considerable media attention. In addition to her music, Brandy was well known for her appearance on the television program Moesha, while Wanya's group, Boys II Men, was among the most famous R&B groups ever. Their relationship thus caught the interest of gossip publications and tabloids. Wanya was around 25 years old when they started dating, and Brandy was 19. The two seemed to be very close despite their different ages, frequently going to events together and showing affection in public. The demands of their developing jobs and the ongoing attention, however, affected their still young relationship. Their breakup was the subject of gossip, including claims of infidelity and a lack of maturity. Wanya and Brandy, however, have never acknowledged any particular cause for the split. They just seemed to drift apart as they got older and their occupations changed. Cornell Iro Haynes Jr. and Ashanti Shaquoia Douglas. Their same musical interests were one of the main things that united them. In 2004, Nelly's blockbuster single Body on Me included Ashanti, strengthening their relationship even more. Before they announced their relationship to the world, many fans thought they had a unique bond because of their on-screen chemistry in the music video. Nelly and Ashanti finally made their romance public in the mid-2000s, following years of rumors. They were spotted together at a number of red carpet occasions, and it was clear they clicked. Together, they also made a number of public appearances, such as at the 2005 Billboard Music Awards and other prestigious occasions. Nelly and Ashanti's courtship was closely watched by the media, as is the case with many well-known celebrity relationships. Their relationship was the subject of continuous speculation by fans and tabloids who occasionally even questioned their allegiance to one another. Infidelity and trust concerns were also rumored, especially as their jobs became increasingly demanding. Because both celebrities were frequently in the spotlight, their relationship was under more strain. Despite their breakup, their bond and mutual respect for one another have remained intact over the years. Sierra Princess Harris and Nevarius Damon Wilburn. Soon after meeting, they became a couple after their professional relationship blossomed into a romantic one. Their collaboration on the song Body Party from Kiara's self-titled album in 2013 was one of the turning points in their relationship. Their chemistry on the song helped solidify their public reputation as a couple, and the song was a huge smash. Future asked Ciara to marry him in 2013, and the two got engaged. They announced their engagement with great fanfare when Future proposed with a huge 15-carat diamond ring. The media extensively reported on their engagement, and fans rejoiced at the couple's well-publicized romance. In spite of their engagement and public relationship, Ciara and Future split up in August 2014. Even though the precise causes of their split were never entirely established, several theories were put out as contributing factors. Although Future's claimed infidelity was never publicly verified, it was one of the most often cited reasons. Ciara clarified in post-breakup interviews that she didn't feel she was getting the attention she was due. The relationship had obviously fallen apart because of trust concerns, even though she didn't specifically mention cheating. After Future made remarks about her in public that Ciara felt damaged her reputation, she later sued him for defamation in 2015, claiming that he had done so for $15 million. According to her, Future's negative comments about her and their split upset her and harmed her career. Keshia Cole and Daniel Gibson. Around 2009, Keshia and Daniel came out as a couple after being regularly spotted together at public events and outings. Both were active on social media, frequently sharing intimate moments with their followers. Mutual admiration surrounded their relationship, and they seemed to be quite supportive of one another's professional endeavors. Keshia frequently shared photos of herself with Daniel, and he would express his admiration for her musical and professional achievements. Daniel Gibson asked Keshia Cole to marry him. The couple seemed to be in love, and Keshia posted on social media about how happy she was about the engagement, which was widely reported. After Daniel proposed with a stunning diamond ring, the pair appeared to be moving forward with their future together. Over time, there were indications of stress in the couple's relationship. Allegations of cheating were among the well-publicized highs and lows of Keshia and Daniel's relationship. They experienced trust issues because of rumors that Daniel had cheated on them during their relationship. Keshia also talked candidly about her emotional conflicts in their marriage and her difficulties with trust. The couple experienced a time of separation in 2014, during which Keshia was frank about the difficulties she was facing. Snoop Dogg and Shantae Broaddus. Shantae first encountered Snoop Dogg as a teenager. Even before Snoop's rise to fame as a rapper, Shantae has frequently talked about their relationship as high school sweethearts. When Snoop was at the top of his game, having just released his debut album, Doggy Style, they got married in 1997. Because of their solid pre-fame relationship, they appeared to be able to handle the demands of Snoop's ascent to fame. Snoop and Shantae encountered difficulties, much like many other well-known couples. Their marriage suffered over time as a result of Snoop's lifestyle and popularity, which included the demands of being a well-known musician worldwide. Snoop has been transparent about his infidelity issues and how they affected their relationship. The couple separated for a while in 2004, and Shantae filed for divorce. Although the exact cause of this was not made public, reports pointed to Snoop's infidelity, his rising stardom, and marital problems. Snoop even acknowledged in public his errors and how they contributed to their breakup. After the divorce proceedings were ultimately dropped, both parties appeared to get back together and work on their relationship in secret. Snoop and Shantae publicly reaffirmed their marriage vows in 2008 as a sign of their dedication to one another and their family. In the couple's quest to regain trust and remain together, this was viewed as a positive step. Interestingly, they are still together and have a strong relationship despite the difficult times. Johnny Cash and Vivian Liberto. When Johnny Cash was in the U.S. Air Force in 1951, he met Vivian Liberto. Johnny was based in England at the time, at Lakenheath Air Force Base. A young woman named Vivian lived in the neighborhood and worked as a cashier in San Antonio, Texas. They were instantly connected after meeting through mutual friends. Vivian's beauty captivated Johnny, and his charm and charisma enchanted her as well. They started dating and soon fell in love. While Johnny served in the military, long-distance communication presented difficulties, but their bond held firm. In 1953, Johnny proposed to Vivian, and the two were soon married. Vivian and Johnny Cash's marriage had deteriorated to the point of dissolution by the late 1960s. A separation developed between them as a result of his addiction, his infidelity, and the strain of his job. After years of enduring Johnny's hardships, Vivian finally made the decision that she could no longer stay in the marriage. Vivian Liberto filed for divorce in 1966, claiming that Johnny's developing drug issues and adultery were the causes of their breakup. One of the things that led to their divorce was Johnny's romance with June Carter, whom he eventually married. June and Johnny had become close throughout their musical collaborations, and their strong emotional connection was a major factor in the dissolution of Johnny and Vivian's marriage. Kellis Rogers and Nasir Jones. In 2005, following several years of courtship, Nas and Kellis were married. Even though their wedding was a small, private event, their celebrity generated a lot of media coverage. Nas and Kellis were both at the height of their careers at the time. Nas was successful with albums like God's Son and Hip Hop Is Dead, while Kellis was successful with her music, especially following the release of her smash song Milkshake from her 2003 album Tasty. Many fans viewed Kellis and Nas as a power couple in the music industry because of their well-publicized marriage. Nas and Kellis even worked together professionally. Nas was in the music video for Milkshake, and Kellis was featured on the song You Can't Stop Us Now off his 2004 album Street's Disciple. Despite their seeming contentment, they had many problems in their marriage. As is often the case with high-profile relationships, their private problems were frequently in the spotlight. Accusations of infidelity and arguments between the two started to circulate. Their marriage took a turn for the worst in 2009 when Kellis filed for divorce. Although the reasons for their breakup were the subject of much speculation, the couple kept the specifics of their split largely confidential. The divorce, however, grew much more bitter as Kellis disclosed that she was then expecting their child. Knight Jones, the couple's son, was born in July 2009. Sean Combs and Kim Porter. In the late 1990s, model and actress Kim Porter met Bad Boy Records owner Sean Diddy Combs. When their mutual acquaintances initially introduced them, they clicked right away. Diddy was at the pinnacle of his musical career, and Kim was already establishing herself as a successful model. Soon after they met, the two started dating, and their relationship swiftly gained recognition. Diddy's notoriety and Kim's attractiveness made them an eye-catching celebrity pair. Diddy and Kim Porter's relationship was complex, with multiple splits and reconciliations. They had an on and off dynamic and were in a long-term relationship for more than 10 years while never being married. They enjoyed a family and a strong bond in spite of the ups and downs. Diddy and Kim Porter's relationship was frequently characterized as difficult throughout their time together. The couple split up and got back together multiple times. Their relationship was always strained as a result of Diddy's infidelity, his demanding job, and his hectic lifestyle. Kim, on the other hand, always encouraged Diddy's career, and in spite of their disagreements, they maintained a close relationship. Diddy and Kim split up for what appeared to be the last time in 2007. According to reports at the time, Kim had been annoyed by Diddy's incessant womanizing and their relationship's lack of commitment. Nevertheless, they maintained a positive co-parenting relationship and were dedicated to raising their kids together long after their split. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani. Pop singer Gwen Stefani and country music artist Blake Shelton first crossed paths as judges on The Voice. In November 2015, a little more than a year later, they officially announced their relationship. But as it happens, their relationship didn't start out well. Shelton and Stefani were divorcing each other only months prior. Since they were still working together on The Voice at the time, it should come as no surprise that they supported one another through this difficult period and eventually fell in love. They might have kept their ex-partners in the dark about their romance at work, though. An unidentified insider claimed in an interview with Us Weekly that Shelton's ex-wife, country music artist Miranda Lambert, reacted negatively to the news that his new relationship was confirmed. She had her suspicions but didn't really know it was a real thing until the announcement, they claimed. Bush frontman Gavin Rossdale, Stephanie's ex-husband, gained popularity after it was claimed that he had an affair with his kid's nanny. According to a source who spoke to TMZ, Rossdale believes that Stefani started meeting Blake while they were still together. Therefore, he believes he wasn't the only unfaithful member in the relationship. Who knows what else Shelton and the Just a Girl singer are concealing? If these rumors are true. Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel. Through a mutual friend, Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel initially met in 2007. They dated for a short time before splitting up in 2011, but they soon got back together. Although they were frequently spotted together in public, the two kept their relationship largely confidential. They became engaged in December 2011 and were married in a lavish ceremony in Italy on October 19, 2012. Silas Randall Timberlake was born in April 2015, and their second son was born in 2020. Their marriage appeared to be going well. Justin Timberlake was at the heart of an infidelity scandal in November 2019. During Palmer production, he was seen holding hands with his co-star, Alicia Wainwright. There were speculations of an affair because of the pictures, which were taken when Justin and Jessica were still married. The public began to speculate about Justin's relationship with Wainwright after he was spotted sitting near to her in a bar. The photos swiftly went viral. The criticism came quickly, with many people doubting Justin's commitment to Jessica Biel. Shortly after the pictures were made public, Justin spoke out about the issue and the pictures. He apologized for his wrong behavior, but he disputed that he and Alicia Wainwright had a love relationship. He expressed repentance for the acts that had sparked the accusations and apologized to his wife, Jessica, for causing her needless suffering. Following the controversy, Jessica Biel said very little about the matter. Fans were left wondering about the status of their relationship when she refrained from publicly commenting on the claims for a while. But a few weeks later, Jessica showed her support for Justin and their family by posting a subtly worded remark on social media. They seemed to resolve the matter in private, and there were no outward indications that she was moving toward separation right away. John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen and John Legend first crossed paths in 2006 when Chrissy was chosen to be the model for John's smash song Stereo music video. They both claim that it was love at first sight. Soon after meeting, they started dating, and they had a chemistry that was indisputable. John has frequently talked about how Chrissy's brilliance, wit, and beauty drew him in right away. John Legend asked Chrissy Teigen to marry him in 2011 after they had been dating for a while. On September 14, 2013, they were married in a secret ceremony in Lake Como, Italy, following a romantic engagement. With their loved ones present, the couple enjoyed a lovely wedding, and they used stunning photos from the occasion to show their happiness to followers. Although John and Chrissy's relationship has mostly been free of scandal, in 2020 they were briefly the subject of cheating rumors. Chrissy's Twitter encounters with other men were the source of the claims, including a well-publicized incident involving a purported romance with musician Michael Costello, who later claimed that Chrissy had bullied him on social media. Chrissy promptly responded to these allegations on social media and expressed regret for the pain she had caused. The rumors quickly died down, and John publicly supported his wife throughout this period. Biggie Smalls and Faith Evans. One of the most famous and significant rappers in history, the notorious B.I.G. met American R&B singer Faith Evans in 1994. When Faith signed with Sean Puffy Combs' Bad Boy Records, the two first crossed paths. While Faith Evans was working on her first record, she met Biggie. Faith claims that they clicked right away and that their romance took off. Although they were not together at the time, Biggie was already married to Jan Jackson, his high school sweetheart. In spite of this, Biggie and Faith fell in love, and a few months after they started dating, they were married in a private ceremony in 1994. Biggie's infidelity was one of the most widely reported aspects of his marriage to Faith. During their marriage, Biggie was believed to have had several affairs, the most well-known of which was his relationship with Lil' Kim. Their marriage is said to have been severely strained as a result of the affair with Lil' Kim, and Faith has spoken out about the adultery in interviews. Faith talked candidly in her memoir, Keep the Faith, about the anguish of learning of Biggie's infidelity, particularly the romance with Lil' Kim, which gained widespread media attention in the years after Biggie's passing. Faith was married to Biggie until his death in 1997, despite his infidelity. To uncover more intriguing stories among Hollywood celebrities, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Number 1. Beyoncé and Jay-Z. Jay-Z, a prominent figure in hip-hop and business, and Beyoncé, a global superstar and one of the most successful female performers of all time, have been together for a long period. Their relationship was kept pretty discreet when they first started dating in the early 2000s. They worked together musically on a number of projects, such as the 2003 release of the popular song Crazy in Love. Despite the public's long-standing curiosity in their relationship, the pair married in a secret ceremony in 2008. The media gave these two powerful musicians a lot of attention when they were paired, but the public didn't realize the deeper problems in their relationship until much later. Rumors about Jay-Z's adultery peaked in 2014 following the publication of Beyoncé's highly regarded album, Lemonade. The album makes reference to infidelity in the couple's marriage, with its emotionally packed songs about loss, betrayal, and healing. The iconic line, "Becky with the good hair," from one of the highlight songs, Sorry, was interpreted by fans as a reference to a lady Jay-Z had an affair with. The record created a media frenzy as both press and fans searched for the elusive Becky. It was generally believed that the songs were addressing actual marital problems, even though neither Beyoncé nor Jay-Z at the time officially acknowledged the details of the accusation. Lemonade became a global phenomenon because of the couple's vulnerability in discussing this problem so openly. Jay-Z acknowledges cheating in the title track. 444 reflects on his behavior and makes a commitment to improve as a man. One of his most open moments in his career, it's a direct reaction to the conflicts revealed in Lemonade. In the album, a man made an effort to rebuild his integrity and the trust that had been damaged in his marriage. Number 2, Usher Raymond. Usher's big break came when he performed in a local talent show and was noticed by executives in the music industry. In 1994, he released his self-titled first album after signing with LaFace Records at the age of 14. However, he didn't really become well known until his second album, My Way. The album produced a number of successes, including Nice and Slow and You Make Me Wanna, which highlighted his distinctive blend of pop and R&B and his smooth, falsetto-heavy voice. Usher married stylist Tamika Foster in 2007, and their relationship gained a lot of attention due to their age differences. Usher was 28 and Tamika was 38, and the 2005 news that they were having a child together. The mainstream media regularly reported on their marriage, citing arguments and stress, as well as some purported cases of Usher's adultery. Usher and Tamika were married for 2 years before splitting up in 2009. After their divorce was finalized in 2010, several of the issues that had harmed their relationship were made public. Later, Usher acknowledged that his music frequently mirrored his own challenges, especially in his album Confessions, where a number of songs dealt with themes of relationship problems, adultery, and guilt. His well-known songs, Confessions, which is frequently seen as a mirror of his personal life at a particularly trying period. Usher has acknowledged that a number of the songs on the album, notably Confessions Part 2, were influenced by actual events, and the album's theme revolves around infidelity. Notably, Usher confessed to his fiancée in Confessions Part 2 that he had cheated, fathered a child with a different lady, and felt profound regret for his conduct. Number 3. Chris Brown. In the 2000s, Chris Brown and pop sensation Rihanna had one of the most well-known relationships due to their artistic partnership, as well as the tense and widely reported fallout following the 2009 domestic abuse incident. However, following their 2012 reconciliation, the cheating suspicions about their relationship gained more attention. Despite their turbulent, intermittent relationship, there were constant accusations that Chris had cheated on Rihanna. Tension between the two increased after their brief reunion in 2012 when rumors circulated that Chris had cheated once more. Notwithstanding her forgiveness, Rihanna made references to adultery in a few of her songs, particularly Love on the Brain and other songs from her album Anti. Although it was never officially acknowledged, there was a feeling that Chris's wandering eye played a part in their final, permanent split in 2013. After learning that Chris Brown had been cheating on her, Karrueche Tran ended their relationship in public. When Tran discovered that Chris had fathered a kid with Nia Guzman while they were still dating, the infidelity issue was made public. When the baby, a girl called Royalty, was born in 2014, Tran was distraught. Later, Karrueche used interviews and social media to share her dissatisfaction and grief. She claimed that she felt deceived by the circumstances and accused Chris of being untruthful with her. She also disclosed that she had not known about the child until their breakup. In addition to publicly apologizing for his behavior, Chris Brown said he was trying to be a better parent to his kid. Number 4. Marvin Gaye. In 1963, Marvin Gaye wed Anna Gordy, and the two remained together until 1977. Although it appeared to be a successful union at first, friction and adultery eventually marred it. Gaye's relationship with Tammy Terrell, a Motown singer, was one of the most talked about of his many alleged relationships during this period. Performing classics like Ain't No Mountain High Enough and Your Precious Love, Terrell was one of Gaye's most well-known collaborators. The two had a tight working relationship. There were rumors that their relationship extended beyond their work because of their obvious chemistry on stage. Gaye fell in love with Janice Hunter, a somewhat younger lady, when his marriage to Anna Gordy ended in 1977. Hunter, a model, was the daughter of a close friend of Gaye's, due in part to their age gap. Gaye was in his late 30s and Hunter was in her early 20s, and the fact that Gaye was still going through his divorce from Gordy, their relationship was widely reported and controversial. Despite the difficulties in their relationship, Gaye and Hunter eventually produced 2 children together. These 2 well-known relationships were not the only infidelity committed by Marvin Gaye. His drug addiction and mental health issues were frequently linked to his infidelity. Gaye's music and relationships were impacted by his emotional and psychological problems, which were made worse by his infidelity and personal strife. His unstable state was made worse by these encounters, and his complicated relationship with intimacy and love gave rise to some of his most well-known compositions, like Let's Get It On and Sexual Healing. Some of the relationships in the R&B industry were as spicier than their songs. Number 5. Mary J. Blige and Kendu Isaacs. The American singer, songwriter, and actress Mary J. Blige is referred to as the Queen of Hip-Hop Soul. Over the course of her 3-decade career, she has achieved success with songs including Real Love, No More Drama, Be Without You, and Family Affair. Fans all throughout the world find great resonance in Blige's music, which frequently tackles themes of love, heartbreak, self-empowerment, and healing. Kendu Isaacs was formerly a manager and music producer. His most well-known role is probably that of manager and spouse of Mary J. In 2003, Blige and Isaacs tied the knot. Isaacs regularly accompanied Blige on tours and in her professional pursuits, and the couple's relationship seemed solid in the eyes of the public. They were frequently spotted together at events. Isaacs gained recognition as a result of their marriage since he was heavily involved in Blige's business dealings. After 13 years of marriage, Mary J. Blige and Kendu Isaacs' relationship started to suffer from a number of personal and professional problems. Their breakup was mostly caused by Isaacs' suspected cheating. Blige claimed that Isaacs had cheated on her during their marriage. The allegation that Isaacs had an extramarital affair with Blige's close friend was one of the affair's most damaging aspects. Blige freely expressed her hurt at the betrayal, citing both the infidelity and the fact that it involved a close friend or relative. For Blige, who was already coping with personal challenges like health problems and financial hardships, this betrayal was a devastating emotional blow. Number 7. August Alsina. American singer-songwriter record producer August Alsina originally came to notice in 2013 with his first album Testimony, which included smash songs including I Love This Shit and No Love. Alsina gained prominence in the mid-2010s thanks to his unique fusion of R&B, hip-hop, and soul. Alsina made headlines in July 2020 when he claimed to have had a romantic relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, which he said was allowed by Will Smith during an interview on The Breakfast Club. After Jada reached out to him during a challenging period in his life, the two grew close, according to Alsina, and their relationship developed from there. The relationship was later confirmed by Jada, who called it an entanglement in an episode of her Red Table Talk Facebook Watch series. She clarified that although she and Will Smith eventually got back together after their separation, the relationship started while they were going through a difficult time. Jada apologized for the incident throughout the conversation, but she made it clear that it was an emotional bond rather than a casual one. The public discovery sparked a lot of discussion in the media, with supporters as well as critics offering their opinions. Although the Smith family has already moved on, the entanglement controversy continues to play a vital role in the public discourse around the couple and Alsina. Number 8. Fantasia Barrino. After winning the 3rd season of American Idol in 2004, the singer, songwriter, and actress Fantasia Barrino became well known in the United States. With her soulful approach and powerful voice, Fantasia has established herself as a major player in R&B and gospel music. Fantasia has pursued acting in addition to her music career. Her role as Celie in the Broadway musical The Color Purple gained her praise from critics and a Tony Award nomination. Additionally, Fantasia has appeared in movies and television series, showcasing her versatility as an entertainer. In the late 2000s, while Antoine Cook was still married to his wife, Paula Cook, Fantasia started seeing him. By the time Antoine started seeing Fantasia, his marriage was in disarray, and he and Paula had 2 kids together. Following the scandal's public disclosure in 2010, Fantasia came under fire. The emotional consequences of the romance were also affecting her at the time. The relationship and the emotional toll it took on her were acknowledged by Fantasia herself. In interviews, she even acknowledged that she made a mistake by becoming involved with Antoine Cook. She was attacked by many for her involvement with a married person after making the contentious public revelation that she was the other lady. When Antoine Cook's wife, Paula Cook, filed for divorce, and Antoine Cook came clean about having an affair with Fantasia while still married, the issue grew even more severe. To add fuel to the media frenzy, Paula Cook even claimed that Fantasia had been the homewrecker in their marriage. Number 9. Toni Braxton and Carrie Lewis. The marriage of Toni Braxton and Carrie Lewis in 2001 appeared to be a match made in heaven. Members of the R&B trio Mint Condition, Carrie Lewis and Toni, one of the genre's most recognizable performers, had a musical connection and were well liked in the music industry. Denim and Diesel are the couple's 2 children. Before divorcing in 2013, they had been married for about 12 years. The pair had a comparatively low-key public relationship during their time together, with Toni concentrating on her music career, which flourished even after they were married. There were speculations that adultery contributed to the dissolution of their marriage, even though the specifics of their breakup were mostly kept under wraps. Carrie Lewis and Toni Braxton, however, never officially affirmed or disputed these allegations. Although Toni has acknowledged the emotional toll the split took on her, she has always treated her ex-husband with respect. Toni acknowledged in interviews that her marriage had difficulties, but she did not elaborate on the causes of their split. It's crucial to remember that during their split, their shared commitment to co-parenting and their kids were the main topics of conversation. Number 10. Aubrey Drake Graham. Drake has a history of romantic relationships with well-known women, many of which have given rise to allegations of infidelity or backstage turmoil. The well-documented on-again, off-again relationship between Drake and Rihanna began in the early 2010s. Although neither verified all the specifics, the two were frequently spotted together, which constantly fed speculations of a sporadic affair. Even though they clicked, there were constant reports in the media that Drake had cheated on Rihanna with other women. Their romance ended badly, and Rihanna even hinted in interviews to Drake's cheating as a contributing factor. Drake and Jennifer Lopez were romantically connected in 2016 after being seen together several times. Although they never officially acknowledged their relationship, they were the subject of infidelity accusations, with many speculating that Drake's previous romances may have contributed to the breakup of his romance with J.Lo. His longtime buddy and partner Nicki Minaj was the subject of another noteworthy reported relationship. Their chemistry and flirtations on stage and in interviews have sparked rumors of a deeper connection, despite the fact that they have never been officially recognized as a pair. Drake's relationship with former adult film star Sophie Brousseau came into the public eye in 2018 when it was reported that she was expecting his child. Over the years, Drake has been romantically associated with a number of women, including Bella Hadid, Kim Kardashian, who denied any involvement, and Kylie Jenner. Even though many of these stories were never verified, they all frequently included speculations regarding cheating. Interesting how R&B stars pour their hearts into songs, but their hearts weren't so loyal. Number 12. Calvin Cortazar Broadus Jr. Snoop Dogg, whose real name is Calvin Cortazar Broadus Jr., is a well-known American rapper, composer, and media figure. Snoop Dogg, who was born in Long Beach, California on October 20th, 1971, became well-known in the early 1990s and was a major influence on hip-hop and popular culture. The public relationship between Snoop Dogg and Shantae Taylor, whom he married in 1997, has had its ups and downs. Before Snoop became famous all over the world, he had a close relationship with Shantae, his high school love. Cord, Cordell, and Chanel are their 3 children together. Despite having a solid beginning, Snoop and Shantae's marriage started to suffer from the demands of celebrity, his lifestyle, and adultery suspicions. Snoop Dogg's relationship has been put to the test by a number of scandals and accusations of infidelity over the years. Snoop had a number of well-publicized affairs in the early 2000s, and his relationships with other women frequently made the news. One of the most prominent occurrences occurred when Snoop was linked to a lady named Nikki the Intern during his ascent to popularity in the late 1990s. His marriage to Shantae suffered as a result of these cheating rumors, and in 2004, they filed for divorce. Snoop Dogg has expressed regret in public for his errors, particularly with reference to his infidelity and the impact it had on his family. Snoop has made it apparent that he cherishes his marriage and family more than ever before and has expressed sincere regret for his previous actions in interviews and social media posts. Number 13. Tremaine Alden Neverson. There were rumors that Trey was seeing actress Lauren London in the middle of the 2000s. They were frequently seen together, and there was a lot of speculation over their relationship. But neither of them made their relationship public. Because they were so close in the public, there were allegations that their relationship was brief, but was always surrounded by scandal. Actress and model Karrueche Tran, well known for her relationship with Chris Brown, was also connected to Trey Songz. Karrueche allegedly had an affair with Trey Songz when she was dating Chris Brown, which resulted in tumultuous romantic relationships between the two men and accusations of infidelity. Although their brief affair made news, it never developed into a committed, long-term relationship. Tahiri Jose, a reality star who starred on Love and Hip Hop New York, was briefly associated with Trey Songz. Despite the fact that the relationship appeared to be brief, Tahiri's strong personality and their apparent chemistry in public gained a lot of media attention. Additionally, there were speculations that tennis players Serena Williams and Trey Songz were romantically involved. Despite being seen together at a number of gatherings, neither of them ever acknowledged having a romantic relationship. Instead, it appeared that they were acquaintances who occasionally flirted. However, because of their prominent public figures, the media frequently speculated about their relationship. Number 14. Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz. Through shared contacts in the music industry, Grammy award-winning singer, songwriter, and pianist Alicia Keys and wildly popular producer and rapper Swizz Beatz first crossed paths in the early 2000s. Swizz Beatz had already made a name for himself as a formidable producer, having collaborated with musicians such as Eve, DMX, and Jay-Z. In contrast, Alicia was becoming well-known thanks to her first album, Songs in a Minor. There was controversy surrounding the start of Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz's relationship. When Swizz Beatz and Alicia first began dating, he was married to his first wife, Mashonda Tifrere, who worked in the music industry. In 2008, their intimate relationship was made public, which sparked rumors that Alicia Keys was responsible for Swizz's marriage crumbling. Mashonda publicly claimed that their breakup was due to Alicia Keys. She asserted that Alicia had an affair with Swizz Beatz while he was still her husband, which led to a great deal of negative publicity for the pair. Both Swizz and Alicia, however, disputed that their romance began prior to the dissolution of his marriage, claiming that their romance did not begin until after he split from Mashonda. Number 15. Robert Sylvester Kelly. In 1996, R. Kelly wed dancer Andrea Lee. Together, they had 3 kids before splitting up in 2009. Andrea Lee filed for divorce, claiming that the marriage had failed due to infidelity and violent behavior. During the course of their relationship, R. Kelly reportedly had several affairs. Later, Andrea Lee addressed R. Kelly's actions, pointing out that his infidelity was a component of the greater pattern of control and manipulation that defined his relationships. His general handling of women and children was the main reason for their split, even though adultery was one of the problems. In 2019, there were speculations that R. Kelly had wed Joycelyn Savage, one of the women who were implicated in the notorious cult-like charges against him. These rumors were never, however, proven to be true. Joycelyn later made public statements claiming that she had been dating R. Kelly for years. It was assumed that Kelly had been engaged with numerous women, frequently dominating or forcing them into sexual engagements, even if the specifics of their relationship were never quite clear. R. Kelly's predatory behavior, which frequently entailed him having relationships with numerous women at the same time and resulted in charges of emotional and sexual abuse, was a major element of his infidelity story. Although these more serious charges took precedence over the cheating accusations, they continued to be a major feature of his turbulent personal life. Next artist to consider is number 17, Kimberly Denise Jones. When Lil' Kim was just 22 years old, her debut album, Hardcore, was made available. Her honest, unreserved words and distinctive voice made the album a huge financial and critical success. Songs like No Time and Crush on You established Kim's status as a major player in the hip-hop industry. No Time was particularly noteworthy because it demonstrated Lil' Kim's capacity to compete with some of the most formidable male rappers of the day. The notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls, and Lil' Kim's romantic relationship was one of the most talked about elements of her early career. Intimate and widely reported, the two enjoyed a romance in the 1990s. Rumors about Biggie's adultery with Lil' Kim, including the affair with her, were well known at the time, and Biggie was married to Faith Evans. The media frequently covered their relationship, and it was evident that Kim had grown to love Biggie on a personal and professional level. Biggie had a significant impact on Lil' Kim's music and style. Kim frequently referred to him as her mentor. But the relationship also brought about a great deal of personal pain, particularly following Biggie's terrible 1997 murder, which crushed Lil' Kim. Following Biggie's passing, Lil' Kim struggled with sentiments of betrayal, loss, and disorientation, which were frequently portrayed in her music. Number 18, Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. The media frequently reported on Bobby Brown's infidelity while he was married to Whitney. Before and throughout their marriage, Bobby was alleged to have had several extramarital affairs. During his marriage to Whitney, his wandering eye and tendency to date other women were widely reported. His alleged romance with Kimberly Kim Jones, not to be confused with the rapper Lil' Kim, with whom he had a kid, was one of the most well-publicized incidents. The tense and unstable relationship between Bobby and Whitney was made worse by accusations that he had extramarital affairs. Bobby acknowledged his infidelity in a few interviews, but the entire scope of all his extramarital affairs was never revealed. Though Whitney Houston's potential extramarital encounters with Bobby Brown were less commonly addressed, Bobby's infidelity was highly publicized. Though there was no hard proof or confirmation of infidelity during their marriage, there have been rumors and speculations over the years regarding Whitney's relationships with other men during her marriage, including the idea that she had romantic or emotional ties to people in the music industry. Although there is no concrete evidence, some fans and press speculated that Whitney's relationship with the notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls, might have had a romantic or sexual component. The emotional upheaval was probably worsened by Whitney's personal battles with drug addiction and the toll it took on her marriage to Bobby, which fueled more accusations and speculation about infidelity. Number 19. Sean John Combs. Diddy established Bad Boy Records, one of the most prosperous hip-hop labels in history, in 1993. His position in the music industry was cemented when he helped start the careers of artists like Faith Evans, Mace, 112, the Notorious B.I.G., and others through Bad Boy Records. I'll Be Missing You, an homage to his late friend and singer, the Notorious B.I.G., was a huge smash on Diddy's commercially successful debut album, No Way Out. With the Grammy Award-winning record, Diddy gained recognition for fusing pop, R&B, and hip-hop into a popular sound. His impact as a producer and performer grew further, and he put out a number of further albums. Rumors of infidelity and adultery occurred during Diddy's relationship with Jennifer Lopez, especially when it was suggested that his flirtations with other women caused conflict. Although neither side has ever acknowledged any misconduct during their time together, these rumors were frequently stoked by the media and public speculation. Although Diddy and Kim Porter appeared to be in a happy relationship, there were rumors of infidelity. Diddy was accused by numerous publications of being unfaithful during their lengthy romance, which ultimately led to the couple's breakup. Even after Kim's death, Diddy has consistently shown his admiration and regard for her. Number 20. Eric Clapton. Clapton became well known with Cream. The band, which fused rock, blues, and psychedelic music, was among the first supergroups. The songs Sunshine of Your Love, White Room, and Crossroads are among Cream's most well-known compositions. Clapton became one of the finest guitarists in rock history as a result of the band's popularity. Nevertheless, Clapton pursued a prosperous solo career in addition to working with other musicians when Cream broke up in 1968. Clapton has experienced both sorrow and upheaval in his personal life. His history of drug and alcohol addiction is well known, and he battled his demons for many years before being sober in the late 1980s. The personal life of Eric Clapton has frequently made news, particularly in relation to his romances. His relationship with the Beatles' George Harrison's wife, Pattie Boyd, was one of the most well-known parts of his life. Boyd was married to Harrison when Clapton fell in love with her, and the legendary song Layla was inspired by his unrequited love for her. Clapton and Boyd started dating after Harrison and Boyd's marriage ended in divorce. However, they had a tumultuous marriage from 1979 to 1988. Their relationship suffered as a result of Clapton's substance addiction issues. In her subsequent memoir, Wonderful Tonight, Boyd said that Clapton was emotionally aloof and that his cheating and drug use were the reasons the marriage terminated. Clapton's love life and infidelity have been a part of his public image, along with his relationship with Pattie Boyd, but they haven't surpassed his musical accomplishments. To uncover more intriguing stories among Hollywood celebrities, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Catch you in the next one. Catch you in the next one. Catch you in the